What are the most common mistakes by foreign men with Thai women? What are some of the signs that can be easily missed? I'll try to explain that with these videos. It could be pretty frustrating for me to be watching as well as hearing about these common mistakes by foreign men with Thai women because Thailand as a country and Thai women in general, they're very different than your home country back in the US or in the UK or wherever. The first video is called David Can't Afford His Young Thai Fiancé. So let's check it out. Okay, so first off, David is the American. He's 48 years old. The Thai lady is 24 years old. So that's like a over 24 years difference. Off the bat, I can say that David will probably pay for the dowry, or the Thai call it sing soi, to be marrying this young Thai woman because she's still in her 20s and she's probably never been married before and have no kids.
Before Annie and I come to America, we will do a traditional Thai engagement party in her village. I'm extremely stressed and worried because the mounting costs of marrying a Thai woman is beyond my expectations and I'm running short.
Okay, it's expensive to get married in pretty much any country, right? I mean, unless you're in the US and you go to Las Vegas and you can get your wedding package for $100. But yeah, I think starting a family is pretty expensive.
I need to know how much for the dowry. Not what they're wanting, but what they're okay with now.
So what you can do now?
50,000 baht right now.
If them say no, maybe our relationship is broke up.
Also, I don't know, or the video doesn't say how long David know this lady, how long they met, how long they've been together before they decided to get married. If David knows her family and know her for a long time, for many years, there's a good chance that he doesn't have to pay for the dowry because they know each other. If they just met for a few months, the parents don't know David, so they don't know if David can provide for their dollar. That's when the dowry comes in to prove that if that person, that man, can support her.
Today, I'm going to take Annie on a long-tail boat ride around the Chao Phraya River, and then we're going to go shopping for some gold.
Wow! I love this view.
I know.
This is a famous spot. It's one of the most romantic spots in Thailand or in Bangkok.
Part of the engagement because you can show people that your husband can provide for you. We are looking...
Okay, so they're going to the gold store. Now, Thais, they don't like diamond rings. They prefer gold, but don't get me wrong, there are Thais that do prefer or like diamond rings because gold is a good investment and their value tend to increase over time, usually.
We are looking for a ring for me, ring for her, bracelets for her, and necklace for her. The amount of gold that is required is 11 baht. Baht is not just the currency of Thailand, but they actually talk about gold as a weight. This has been overwhelming for me, such a cultural difference.
Yeah, cultural difference.
So how much is 11 baht again?
6,800 US
Wow.
dollars.
6,800 US dollar.
One
That's a lot of money. And plus he have to pay for the dowry, the wedding ceremony or ceremonies. He have to buy her tickets back to America.
him can give me 11 baht is so perfect.
So perfect. Let me go back. So look at his face. I never married a Thai person before. I never heard of the 11 baht of gold that need to be purchased, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I don't know. Like I only been to 2 weddings before, or 2 Thai weddings.
If we start a little bit smaller now, maybe a couple baht, and then we build more and more till we get to 11 baht. Are you okay with that?
Just thinking.
You sure?
I understand.
You promise?
I just hope my parents is okay with
Me
that.
too. Me
Okay?
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I like what this David guy is doing. So it looks like he's done this before I think he'd been married before. Maybe not with a Thai person, but he'd done this before. The first common mistakes by foreign men that I see is that many foreign guys here, they're like too gullible. They're too naive. Maybe a lot of them are too desperate and too trusty. So these type of foreign men, they don't draw the line, or they don't draw the border of how much they are willing to spend or how much they have. It doesn't mean that you have to go out and tell the Thai family how much money you have exactly. But the mistake is when the foreign men, they don't have the money, and then they go out and they borrow money from the bank or from friends and family members or their credit card. And I think when that happens is a big mistake. Because if you don't draw the line from the start, after the 11 baht gold, then a house, a car, motorbike for the brother, pay mom's debt, pay a moving company for her to move to a new house that you just built for her, pay the sister gambling debts, whatever, the list goes on. If that happens, you're buying for all these stuff for her and her family. Like, to me, that becomes so stressful. It doesn't happen all at once, but gradually, if that happens, you buy this, pay this eventually for many years, and that's gonna become so stressful. At least for me, I'll probably end up having a heart attack or cancer or something. So if I notice that and I tell the woman that and she doesn't stop, then I wouldn't want to be in that kind of relationship or be with that Thai family. However, I like what David's doing here. He's telling her what he can do and cannot do. He's a low income person himself. He doesn't have a lot of money in the first place. So if she still with David after that fact, then that's because she genuinely wanted to be with him. Not because of his money. Now, however, if she says no, she wants the gold, or her parents want the gold and they want money, they want that 11 baht before they get married, then you know what they want. They don't want him, they want the gold, they want the money.
That's a relief for me. The problem is, even that amount, I have but I don't have. Especially after the divorce and the loss of my job, I had hit absolute rock bottom.
Oh, so he got
So it's
married
robbing
before,
Peter
yeah.
to pay Paul, who's robbing Peter again.
What I can do, can I give a deposit and come back tomorrow to pay the rest? Because I have to sort out the finances of it.
So if you want to watch more videos about Thai women, about Thai dowry or the sing soy, how much you should pay the sing soy or the dowry, click on the video that you see at the top here. If you want to watch more about other Thai news, click on the side here.